Have you ever pondered about the humble beginnings of the railway system that crisscrosses the vast expanses of Australia? This journey into the past requires us to venture all the way back to the mid-19th century, to a time when the concept of a railway system was a novel and exciting idea. It is a tale woven with the threads of ingenuity, perseverance, and the relentless human spirit. It is a story of visionaries who dared to dream, and the workers who transformed those dreams into concrete reality. Our narrative unfolds in 1854, in the vibrant and burgeoning city of Melbourne, which was then a fledgling settlement. It was a time of immense change and palpable excitement. The city was brimming with potential, and the idea of a railway system was on the lips of every citizen. The railway was envisaged as a network that would connect communities, accelerate trade, and usher in a new era of development. And so the first railway line was born. It was a modest track that connected the bustling Flinders Street station to Sandridge, an area now known as Port Melbourne. The inauguration of this railway line was met with great enthusiasm and celebration. Its completion did not just signify the creation of a new mode of transport, it symbolized the dawn of a new epoch in Australia's history. This humble railway track was more than just a means of conveyance. It was a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of progress. This marked a significant milestone in the history of Australia's transport system, paving the way for a future network of railways that would span the country. As the gold rush hit Australia in the 1860s, the need for an efficient and reliable transport system became paramount. The prospectors were coming in droves, each taking their chances, hoping to strike it rich. Australia was abuzz with excitement, but also faced a formidable infrastructure challenge. The influx of miners, merchants, and their families put an immense strain on the existing modes of transportation. The government, realizing the gravity and the potential benefit of the situation, by embarking on an ambitious project, a project that would not only solve the current issue, but also lay the foundation for future growth. The idea was to link the major cities by rail. It was a massive endeavor, requiring extensive planning, resources, and manpower. The aim was to construct a network that would facilitate travel, enhance trade, and foster among the states. Through determination and hard work, the project gradually came to fruition. The majestic rail network began to take shape, spanning across vast distances, breaking barriers of terrain and distance. By the turn of the century, most of the major cities, including Sydney, Adelaide, and Brisbane, were connected by railway. The country now had a robust and reliable transport system, transforming the way people lived, worked, and traveled. However, the early railway system in Australia was not without its challenges. As with many things during their infancy, the railway system was riddled with problems that needed solutions. These problems were not just minor inconveniences. They posed significant difficulties in the operation and efficiency of the system. Central to these issues was the distinct gauge system that each state operated on. This was not a simple matter of different railway companies having their unique style. No, this was a matter of statewide specifications that varied wildly from one another. Imagine a scenario where each state in a country has its own unique roadway system, with varying road widths and rules. The confusion and chaos it would cause are not hard to fathom. Now extrapolate this to the railway system of an entire continent. The disparate gauge systems, each unique to a state, led to what was infamously known as the break of gauge issue. It was comparable to coming across an unscalable wall at each state border. Passengers and cargo couldn't just remain on their original train. Instead, they had to be transferred from one train to another, a process not unlike changing planes at a busy international airport. This was not just inconvenient. It was a tedious and time-consuming process that severely affected the efficiency of the railway system. The answer to this conundrum was introduced in the early 20th century, and it came in the form of the standard gauge. This was no mere change. It was a complete overhaul of the existing system. This uniform gauge, standard across all states, allowed for seamless travel from one state to another. No more break of gauge, no more needless transfers. This significantly improved the efficiency of the railway system. The solution came in the form of the standard gauge, introduced in the early 20th century. This uniform gauge allowed for seamless travel across state borders, significantly improving the efficiency of the railway system. The mid-20th century saw the advent of diesel and electric trains, replacing the traditional steam locomotives. This period marked a significant transition in the history of rail travel in Australia. The arrival of these modern trains, powered by diesel and electricity, truly revolutionized the way people traveled. These trains were not just an improvement, they were a complete transformation. Until this point, steam locomotives had ruled the railroads. They were a symbol of an era, a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the people who built and operated them. However, they were also relatively slow and inefficient, and their maintenance was labor-intensive and costly. In contrast, diesel and electric trains introduced a myriad of advantages. They were faster, which meant travel times were drastically reduced. This not only made long-distance travel more feasible, but it also meant goods could be transported more quickly, fueling economic growth. They were more efficient, using less fuel and requiring less maintenance than their steam counterparts, which translated into significant operational cost savings. These modern trains were also more reliable. Breakdowns were less frequent, and when they did occur, they could often be fixed more quickly than was the case with steam locomotives. This increased reliability not only benefited the railway operators but also the passengers, who could now count on a more dependable service. All of these factors combined to usher in a new era of rail travel in Australia. The age of the steam locomotive had ended, and the age of the modern train had begun. These modern trains were faster, more efficient, and more reliable, ushering in a new era of rail travel in Australia. Today, the Australian railway system is a marvel of engineering, spanning over 44,000 kilometers and connecting even the most remote corners of the country. This massive network of iron and steel chugging engines and sturdy carriages unfolds across the diverse landscapes of Australia, linking its bustling cities, quaint towns, and isolated outposts. Each railway line tells a unique story, representing a slice of Australia's rich history and culture. The Indian Pacific, a truly iconic train, embarks on an epic journey that cuts across the continent, showcasing the vastness and diversity of the Australian landscape. It is a symbol of national unity, connecting east to west, making its way through forests, sprawling fields, and barren deserts, reflecting the contrasting beauty of the land down under. Another remarkable line, the Ghan, etches a route right through the heart of Australia. Its path takes passengers from the tropical top end to the sultry red center, encapsulating the quintessential Australian experience. The Railway of Australia is not just a method of transportation, but a living, breathing entity that continues to shape the nation's future. The echoes of the train whistles resonate across this vast land, symbolizing progress, unity, and the indomitable Australian spirit. From the iconic Indian Pacific, which journeys across the continent, to the Ghan, which traverses the heart of Australia, the railway continues to play a pivotal role in shaping the nation. In conclusion, the history of the railway in Australia is a testament to the country's growth and progress. Born in the heart of Melbourne, the railway system was a pioneering marvel that showcased Australia's spirit of exploration and innovation. It was a simple beginning, a small spark that lit the fire of progress and advancement, paving the way for the transformative journey the railway system was about to embark upon. As Australia expanded, so did the railway, threading its way through the vast landscapes, bridging the gap between bustling cities and isolated outbacks. It transcended mere geographical boundaries, serving as a symbol of unity, connecting diverse regions and communities. It shaped cities, spurred economic growth, and fostered a sense of national identity. The constant chugging of the trains became a comforting heartbeat, a rhythmic backdrop to everyday life, and the railway stations transformed into social hubs, little microcosms of the vibrant Australian society. The railway played a significant role in the key historical events of Australia, from the gold rush of the 1850s to World War II, providing critical connectivity during times of crisis and prosperity alike. It witnessed the changing face of Australia and mirrored its evolution, capturing the essence of its history in its tracks and stations. Today, the Australian railway system embraces the future while valuing its past. It has evolved from steam locomotives to electric trains, from isolated tracks to a complex network, mirroring the nation's progress. It continues to adapt to technological advancements and the changing demands of the citizens, without compromising on its historical roots. The railway remains a vital artery of the nation, carrying people, goods, and aspirations, symbolizing the tireless Australian spirit. It is much more than a means of transportation. It's an embodiment of Australia's past, an essential element of its present, and a promise of its future. So, the next time you board a train, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and the remarkable journey of the Australian railway system.